Hey wavy babies, it's OshinSims and welcome to our brand new Let's Play Glitch. Okay you guys, so first and foremost, I am beyond excited to bring a new LP onto this channel. You guys, this has been in the works for about 2.5 weeks now with the help of my husband. Shout out to you, boo, because he's been helping me with the characters, their stories, how they look. Like, both of us just together collectively have been adding on to this, and I don't know, it just feels so right and so good, and I am just so happy I can finally show this to you guys. It's going to be an introduction video where we'll be taking a look into our main characters. We have 4 main characters as of right now. We're going to take a look into their background, their homes, and everything else. Let's just go ahead and get started and meet our first character, okay? I am starting with our first character, Arlo and Reyes. This is Arlo right here. I posted a teaser photo of this LP, and it's so funny because a lot of you guys really liked Arlo and gave your little synopsis of like the type of person you think he is. So I think you'll be super pleased getting to know him and things like that. It's only right to start off with him first because everyone, well, not everyone, but a lot of you were saying that he would probably be your favorite character. Alright guys, so this is Arlo and Reyes. He lives in Oasis Springs with his abuela Rosa. This is his abuela Rosa right here. She is so adorable. This is his rock. I say that because she really is. She is just that woman that he can lean on and he can count on. And look how gorgeous she is. She is so gorgeous. And let's see here. And he also lives with his mother, Anissa. A lot of people call her Anissa, but the way they pronounce it is Anissa, so they call her Anissa. This is his mother right here. She's so gorgeous. Like, this gorgeous must run in the family, okay? I'm convinced. So that is his mother, and they live in Oasis Springs, and right now they're actually at his grandmother's restaurant. She has a restaurant called Rosa's. It's named after her. It's still up and coming and in the, you know, in the works. She kind of saved her money just to own this little place, so it's a nice tiny mom and pop type of shop type of place. Got some outside seating here. I did not make this restaurant. I did find this on the gallery. So this is their little you know, way of income. So Arlo will come to the restaurant sometimes and help out because he doesn't have a job, so he just works here with his grandmother. Also, if you see this cutie right here, this is Emmanuel Saucido. I made him as a XOXO Soulmates for my series on my channel, but I just didn't post it, so that's where he comes from. He's supposed to be on my XOXO Soulmates, but he is so fine. He actually works here at Rosa's, so he works here at Rosa's as a waiter. So shout out to you, Emmanuel. I just had to point him out because he was looking so cute right here. Oh my goodness. Arlo is currently talking to himself. I want you guys to get to know him even better, so I'm actually going to have him go home right now, and we're going to show you his house and certain things like that and really get to know his personality and things like that. But right now we're getting tired at this restaurant. I will see you. Bye abuela, bye mommy. I cannot stay here any longer. I don't want to smell like taquitos. This is where Arlo, Rosa, and Anissa live. This is the Andreas household again. I love it so much. It's so beautifully done. I didn't make the house. Of course, I make like my minor changes or whatever, but I didn't actually make the house. Off the gallery. No, but here we have Arlo eating some taco casserole that Rosa made before they went to the restaurant. And now we can get to know our baby a little better. So Arlo is a romantic sim. He is extremely romantic. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He is like, once he's all in to love, he's in. If he says he loves you, he means it, you know, which can kind of cause him to be a little erratic. It's develops into something where he has unpredictable emotions. He really does. But it also has a lot to do with his childhood as well. He doesn't really know how to control his emotions or even express them at that, because whenever he tries to express them, they just come out like word vomit, seriously. But as a child, his mom, who you met, she was just never around, and so Rosa has honestly been his primary caretaker. She has been his the holy grail. Like, seriously, she is his backbone completely, because, you know, most of the times his mom will just come in really late at night, and just after like being out at the bar and just hanging out with different guys, she'll throw her clothes here and she'll just go to sleep. Like, this is their room right here, and as you can see, this is Arlo's side and this is his mother's side. So it's just super hilarious because Arlo has his little colognes and smell goods right here, but all this other crap is like his mom's, you know. So he shares a room with his mother because, as opposed to, you know, getting her own house and things like that, you know, his mom never got on her feet. So they've always stayed at his grandmother's house, and they've always shared a room, like always. Arlo has never had his own room. He's always been with his mom, but he doesn't mind because she's never there. And this is his abuela's room. It's so nice and clean and perfect. It's so cute. And Arlo clearly loves gaming, so this is his little gaming setup. He has some posters and some candles. But yeah, where did he go? Arlo, where did you go? Donde es Arlo? Did I say that right? You all know I only took 2 years of Spanish. I seriously took like 4 years of French though. Like how sway? I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Arlo is also a geek, so he does become tense if he hasn't played video games in a while. He loves video games so much, but you know, as much as he loves video games, he doesn't plan on making that some type of career or anything. He actually wants to be a master chef and follow his grandmother's footsteps and possibly take over the restaurant one day, just because it seems like the most successful route, and he does want to be successful. You know, he is a newly graduated high schooler that, you know, he hasn't gone to college or anything. So he wants to follow his grandmother's footsteps because he feels like she's successful doing that, and he loves to cook and he loves food and flavors and all of that jazz. So he's thinking about doing this same thing. He doesn't think being a gamer is realistic for a job, and neither does his grandmother as well. So, but he is a geek. He does I hate labels, but I guess that's what they call it, a geek. With Arlo, he is a character that I really love because he's cheerful, vivacious. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He's so loving, and we will get to meet his mom and his grandmother more in depth as the LP continues to go on. But just for starters, just know that he doesn't have a great relationship with his mom. I mean, he knows that she loves him and he loves her, but she just never really was around. So it kind of feels like someone you don't know, but you know that you have to like respect them because they're your mother. So that's about it. But they come from a very a nice loving household, and his grandmother is his rock. So that is enough about Arlo Andreas. I think I covered enough. Oh, so his abuela just came home. She just ran through the door. What's she doing? Oh, mom's not home. Typical, but she's at Rosa's, which is funny. So she came home to lay down. Oh, I think we're gonna have Arlo come in here and bother his abuela because he is seriously like, he's just that grandson. Like, he's just gonna check on her and stuff like that, you know, like, hey, is the restaurant okay? And you know, he sees that she came home and immediately went in the room like, wake up. So we're just gonna go ahead and move on to the next character and let Arlo continue his day. And yes, bye Arlo. Moving on to our next character. This is Esther Munn. She actually lives in Oasis Springs also, so I thought, hey, why not walk down a couple blocks and, you know, show her next. So this is Esther Munn, and she actually lives in this house right here. Let me go ahead and show you this beautiful, gorgeous house. She lives in this amazing house with her older sister, Erica Triple, and her brother-in-law, Nestor Triple. So they live here in this gorgeous, gorgeous house. So let us go inside. Yes, Esther, take us in, show us around. Oh, looks like her sister is over here dancing. All right, so now we have her family members right here. We have Nestor Triple, who is receiving a smooch by his wife, Erica, and Erica is Esther's big sister. And they kind of look alike, don't they? They're so, so naturally gorgeous. I love them so much. Basically, she lives with her big sister, Erica, because they came over here to Oasis Springs because their parents could not take care of them where they used to formerly live at. They are, I guess, in real life, what I imagine them to be is like Korean and Dutch. So in The Sims, whatever, I guess, type of Asian descent we have in this game, whatever it would be, you know, I don't know if it would be called like Korean or whatever, I don't know. That's basically what they are, and their parents are still you know, they're in a area full of poverty, so they couldn't really take care of their daughters, and so they sent them away. And ever since, I mean, literally, basically, Esther's been raised by her big sister, which is a blessing, but it does, you know, it's I'm gonna get to it, but let's go ahead and keep getting to know Esther. So she's a geek. She loves playing video games, and she doesn't have a job, so she really wants to become like a gamer or some type of voice in the social media world and just play games or just be known for something like that. She's also very, very cheerful. She's always in a good mood. Literally, she is always in a good mood. She sees the glass half full, not half empty. She always looks at the brighter things in life, and she never really gets down about things for too long. She's also very outgoing, so you'll find her on social media. You'll find her anywhere and everywhere. You really will. She's just a very, very like outgoing individual. She loves to talk and meet new people and things like that. Now, she does have the alluring trait because she is looking for her soulmate in life. She feels like if she meets her soulmate, like kind of like how her sister has met her soulmate, that maybe she'll feel less alone, because she doesn't really have a lot of friends, because Esther can kind of come off like, I hate putting labels on things, but kind of like dorky, I guess. She's a little naive, a little childish. She's kind of like that clumsy person that, you know, trips over things a lot. You know, that if I could add clumsy, that would be one of her traits too. So she's kind of quirky and odd, but she's so gorgeous, and if only she knew her worth. Like, she's so cool. She's an amazing girl, but she is boy crazy. She really is. She is boy crazy. She also is someone that may fall in love very quickly and wants to just be her soulmate at a young age. But until then, she's just a gamer, and it's a way for her to meet new people and stuff, because she's very outgoing, so she really loves gaming. And oh my god, I forgot to introduce you guys to our cats. They are part of our family too. So Ami is on the counter, knocked out. This is Ami. She's such a diva. Seriously, just on the counters all the time, the refrigerator, everything. Anything that she's not supposed to be on, she's on. But these are her sisters, like babies, basically. Aw, and here's Stella. Stella is just, oh my god, mouth wide open, everything. Stella's taking a nap too. So this is the house. Everything's very nice, white, pristine, clean. Her sister loves it clean white lines. That's what she loves. Esther has this side of the house, I guess, to herself. Here's her room. She has her little Amy Winehouse poster and cute little gaming posters. She loves cats, and yeah, all of the Christmas cards she's ever received, and yeah, she just has a nice room. But the conflict here is that Esther needs to move out, and she needs to make her own money, and she needs to kind of start thinking about how she's going to make herself into a productive adult. Her sister wants to have babies, and so does her brother-in-law. So right now, you know, if they want to have babies, they don't really have the room. You know, they can't really use this room for a newborn baby, because right now Esther's using that room. So Esther kind of feels pressured to move out because there is no room for them to add a new addition to the family. And they bought this house. Look at this house. It's beautiful. And you know, it would really suck to have to move to a bigger house and bring Esther along. So her sister's kind of hoping that Esther will grow up and start thinking about her future, because she's ready to move on with her life with her husband, because again, she's been taking care of Esther since Esther was like a kid. Her sister and her brother-in-law, they won't really actually say, what is he doing in her room? Oh my goodness. But they won't really say like, hey Esther, we think it's time for you to move. But Esther just knows deep down in her head that she can just feel the tension in there sometimes. And also, she hates being here because her sister is so particular. Like, she can't really have company over here. Her sister's like, no, I don't want anyone on my couch. I don't want this person's shoes on my floors. Like, so normally if she does have anybody over, it would have to be outside. But Esther doesn't really have friends like that anyway, so it's fine. But that's enough about Esther. I think we got a good look into her life. So let's move on to our last set of characters. And we have made it to our last set of characters. On the left, we have Reed Rogers, and on the right, we have Free Ali. And I'm actually introducing them together because they actually live together. It's just them and this little apartment here, right in the heart of the city, the Spice District, you know, where it's live and it's lit. They live right here in their own little apartment, which, you guys, I'm extremely proud of this apartment because I bulldozed it and made it from scratch. And you know, I don't know if anyone knows this, but if you know me, your girl does not do layouts very well, and I do not build like for anything, but I just went with the flow and I actually made an apartment that I'm really satisfied with. So because these characters are together, I'm gonna actually show their home first because I think that would be smarter. So this is the kitchen area, which is super cool because I made it like a long kitchen, which I did on purpose. Inspo from Pinterest. Thank you, Pinterest. They have a little bar over here. It's just very eccentric and groovy and cool. I don't know, it's just very like hipster-ish kind of. We have the little llama game table here, some treats. You gotta have the Twinkies on deck, some signs, a bulletin board where, you know, say a new game is coming out, you know, they'll post, you know, the dates and just anything they have to do, they'll just post that on the bulletin board there. That is the focal point of our home. Over here we have their pet rat. Her name is Megabyte. I did that on purpose. I was searching like technical names too, like should I name her Gigabyte or Megabyte? But this is Megabyte. And we have a great sign here that says not all who wander are lost. And let's go ahead and, oh yeah, this random punching bag right here, because they're both athletic. You know, they like to keep up with their bodies. They like to get a little anger out. So we are going to check out Free Ali's room first. This is her room. It's very brown, very cozy, just a whole mood. You know, she has some floating plants here, wall lights and beads and stuff hanging. So it's definitely a mood. And she has her little computer there too. And then here we have Reed's room, which is, you know, it actually has the exposed brick wall in his room, which I love. And he has some gaming posters, his nice little computer setup, and a freaking organized a very well organized bookshelf. Like literally, who just places like 6 books right here and then 5 books right here? Like very neat, very nice and neat. So right now they're playing the game, so let's just chit chat. So they both actually work for the same company. They both are live chat support agents, her and Reed. They've always loved video games and they've known each other since high school. They are seriously best friends. They're literally like brothers and sisters. One time when they were in high school, people thought that they were like dating or liked each other, but Free killed that real quick. She was like, no, this is like a brother to me. Free Ali, which is right here. Let me go over traits actually first. Let me go over traits. She's a geek too. She loves video games. They are more so like her escape, and she's a very competitive sim. As you can see, she's angry, rage quit. If games are supposed to be fun, why do they make Free so mad? Girl, if you don't get, why don't you try again? Oh my goodness. So she is angry right now. She's hot-headed. Free is very hot-headed, as you can see. Like, are you big mad or little mad? Like so she's hot-headed. She has a lot of built-up anger, and we'll get into the why that is, but she has a lot of built-up anger. She is a music lover. She preferably likes jazz music, classical music, things like that. She's a quick learner, and that is because she's a Renaissance sim. She's so competitive. She wants to be good at like a bunch of things at one time. So Free's a go-getter. Then we have Reed over here, who is hitting some moves. He's feeling good and playful because he's like, hey, king of the virtual hill, party game pro, hey, it's lit, I'ma dance in your face, what, you mad? She's so mad. Reed is a geek as well. He loves video games. He actually really loves like video games more than I think all of the characters. He also wants to get into modding video games at one point, and he even wants to create his own video game. Clearly you're a terrible and inconsiderate neighbor. You just made a big mistake. I remember this. What? Oh my god, we'll deal with that later. Anyways, neighbor, whatever. And so back to Reed. He's also self-assured. He believes in himself, and he just knows what he's capable of, and he always places like his best foot forward. He gives everything 100%, and he's just a very confident person. Like, look at how he looks right here. He's just like, hey, you know, what's wrong with losing? What's wrong with that? Oh my gosh, I'm weak. He's like, girl, don't get the kitchen dirty now. Reed is also a genius. He's very smart. Like I said, he wants to start modding his own games. He wants to get into that hacker lifestyle. Oh my god, there's a fire. Seriously, sis, really? Reed is very he's a genius, and it's because he's just a real like critical thinker. He is a critical thinker. He's extremely smart. Reed is just, I don't know, he knows his capabilities, man. He's smart as heck, and he loves video games, and he delves into like whatever he does. He also aspires to be the leader of a pack. Reed wants to create an elite group of gamers that just go to competitions and GeekCon and things like that and just whoop booty, you know, like he just wants to be that cool pack with that cool club with just like their own shirts and logos, and just he dreams of that, just having a whole squad. He really does, which makes him a very gregarious person. He can talk a good game. He can sell, like if a car salesman was trying to sell him a car, he would sell that car to that car salesman, like, you know what I mean, something crazy like that. He has a way with words. He really does. So I'm just going to give like a brief rundown of their background story. So Reed and Free made a pact when they got out of high school and graduated that they were going to move in together and get their own place and make something of themselves, because they both come from broken backgrounds. Free does not know who her parents are. She's never met them, and she's always been in foster care since she was a little girl. So, you know, she's always felt alone, and video games was kind of like her escape. And then with Reed actually comes from a domestic violence situation with his parents, where his father is actually in prison, and he doesn't speak to his mother because he was the one being abused, and his mother did not stop that, and he holds a grudge against her, which, you know, rightfully so, we understand. But yeah, so they both have that in common, that they went through really traumatic things, and so they made a pact to each other as best friends. And that is it, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this little intro video, and I can't wait for the first episode of Glitch to come out. It'll be out next Friday. And yeah, if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. All right, peace out, y'all.